year 1968. And going back and reading ledgers from that year, one of the interesting impacts that had was on the METCO program, which had started 2 years earlier, but which only Braintree had joined on the South Shore. And some of the other communities down here had rejected the METCO program for a number of reasons, but after the death of Dr. King, it was actually the students in particular in Quincy, high school students, who petitioned both residents and the school committee to bring the program to Quincy. I haven't gotten far enough into my reading to know why that never happened. METCO never came to Quincy. It's been in Milton, Hingham. Number of other towns. So I think that's very much to the point of what some of us have said about lack of exposure to people of other colors. Can feel like it's less segregated, but and I haven't had a chance to dig into the census numbers yet, but it's Quincy, I believe, is less than 5% black. It's now maybe 25, 26% Asian American.
In the summertime, the job in the meat markets. And again, I was working with a lot of the black guys, and I was developing a social conscience, and at times I'd, not aggressively, but I'd ask about it, and I was shut down. They didn't want to talk about it. It was, I felt that they, just wanted to do their job, and that was it. And here's this white kid who comes from the suburbs, and I'm coming in and I'm working with them, and then I go home, and they're going back. There was one guy, but he handled one area of the breakdown area there. Nice guy, and everybody looked up to him. He was a well-regarded guy by, the meat cutters, who were basically all white, except for one black guy, Willie. He was an interesting guy. He packed himself onto the cutting bench, which was like the top echelon, okay, of the workforce. But Buddy had broke down the hindquarters, which was the most expensive part of the meat and stuff like that, and you had to be very good at what you do. But he was well regarded by everybody, but even the black guys looked up to him, and he didn't live in Roxbury. He had moved out, and I thought I could talk and engage with him, about the situation and stuff like that was going on, about, I think I brought the thing up about George Wallace, and, and he just, backed off. I just got the feeling that, it was ground that they didn't feel comfortable talking to someone. I felt very different, I was, stay away. This is our area here. We'll deal with it. And
time when you were supposed to stay in your place if you were a person of color. That was a time where there was so much quiet intimidation being a person of color. Many that came from the South.
Most of these guys did.
That were literally forced out of jobs. Had their property taken away from them, were manipulated by the system of government that supported racism, that saw it as a way out when the industry was in demand, there was a need for bodies, there was a need for people. So the reason that you saw those people of color in that meat market working was because they needed them.
Yes.
There weren't enough white people to do the job.
Oh, it was hard work.